Hey, thanks for stopping by Mystic Messages. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Hope everyone is doing amazing today. Hope you enjoyed you're enjoying the last bit of your weekend. Just a reminder, these messages are timeless and will be received in divine timing for those who need to hear them. And as always, if they don't apply, please let them fly. You can always come back for the next one. However, I do encourage that you stay because there might be something in here for you if you did happen to find this message. All right, that being said, let's get into it. There's a saying that a lot of people know. The truth will set you free. Okay. Today's message is for individuals needing to live authentically. Okay. There's many of you out there right now who are suffering physical ailments because you're living inauthentically. You're finding yourself in situations that are inauthentic that you know are either wrong for you or that are wrong, period. Okay. Unfortunately, some of you have found yourself involved in situations that aren't surrounding yourself with the highest quality of people. Let's put it at that. Okay. I'm not going to give too much away. I'm just going to, put out there what I received. And those of you who know, you'll know. You'll know this message is for you. And later on in the video, as always, I will give out some names and dates to further validate that this message is for you. Anyway, getting back to living authentically. Many of you are experiencing physical symptoms, anxiety, having trouble sleeping, okay, not being able to think, feeling fogged out, and not understanding why. There's a reason. It's because you're living inauthentically and you're surrounding yourself also by low vibrational people that are preventing you from living inauthentically. They're trying to prevent you from living your life and being you, okay? When we don't live our true authentic self, we give away a piece of ourself every single minute of the day. Okay. And that ain't cool. Okay. Nobody should have to give up themselves for anyone else. And if people that you're surrounded with are uncomfortable with you being you, that's their issue, not yours. Okay. And that's just showing you, it's the universe's way of showing you that you're surrounding yourself with unaligned individuals. Okay. People that are not vibrating on the same frequency that you are. Okay. And it's scary to recognize that. Okay. Many of us have done that for years, including myself. I spent years around people who were unfortunately lower vibrational, and I didn't understand what that meant. It was sucking the life out of me. I always felt exhausted around them. I was always trying to make everyone else happy. I was always trying to dim my own light for everyone else. And I feel like whoever I'm speaking to is doing the same thing. There was times when I, found myself in particular job environments, okay, where I had to remain quiet when I saw things that were going incorrectly, okay, until I was able to speak up. And yeah, did I pay the price for that? Absolutely. But you know what? I stand with my integrity because I've always felt that I can't live with myself or sleep at night, okay, if I don't speak truth over things, especially when things are not going the correct way, okay? Especially knowing that I could do something, okay? And each and every one of us has the ability to know when we can do something, to make that change, to do something better for the universe, for the environment, for the collective. We all know it's conscious choices, okay? We have free will, we can do what we want. But if you want to live a higher vibrational existence, you have to take control of that. You have to live authentically, okay? Which means sometimes moving away from what I like to call the nouns, the people, the places, and things that just no longer serve your highest purpose. Okay. Again, we're going to get back to you're starting to experience physical symptoms. If you're wondering where they're coming from, this is where they're coming from. You're retaining a part of yourself that should be shown and visible to the world. You're not living your life to the fullest. Okay. And that's sad. Okay. Some of you, I'm getting a download right now. There's a certain group of individuals out there that I'm speaking to who find themselves trapped in some type of I'm getting this strange message. There's a family environment of some kind. It feels very cultish, very clannish. Okay. These people have connections in some way. Okay. I'm getting a lot of, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Excuse me. The entertainment industry. It's almost like these people view themselves as, I don't know if anybody remembers that bullshit show, which this is my opinion, it was bullshit. Um, what was the name of it? I think it was called Empire. You know, with that guy that got arrested a couple of years back who was in the show. Okay. This family views themselves and lives very much like this show. Okay, this is the best way that I can describe it. If you don't know what the show is, look it up. It's called Empire. I think it was like one of those, Hulu or HBO shows. I'm not sure exactly which it was. But this is how that family lives. So for these individuals who I'm speaking to, you find yourself in this situation with this type of a family where they're getting you to do either getting you to do nefarious things, or you see that they are engaging in nefarious things. You need to move away from that, okay? For two reasons: for your health, number one, and for your own safety. And this is where speaking your truth comes in. Learning to understand and accepting your truth to what it is, and moving away from a situation that you know is an unhealthy environment, okay? Now, those of you who are in this situation, you know who you are, but you're not in a good situation, okay? You need to get away from this family, okay? And this, like I said, this is a very clannish family. I'm getting a lot of involvement in, like I said, the entertainment industry. I don't know why this is coming up, but it's the entertainment industry, and they're getting you to engage in, or you're witnessing things that are nefarious. These people are not good people, okay? And for them, those people, if they're listening, their time is coming. They're going to be caught soon, okay? Karma is coming. It's time to pay that debt. Okay, so it would behoove anyone who's involved with this family right now and knows anything to get out of Dodge as soon as you can. Okay, because the shit's going to hit the fan. And if you don't want the crap to fall on top of you, get away from it. Now, you might have involved yourself in this family because either they paid you to be involved with them, they promised you something. They're not going to give you anything. Just move away from it. Okay, for your own benefit. Again, you don't have to follow what I'm saying. This is just the advice that's coming through. You have free will to do what you like. But if you want things to get better in your life, you want things to be resolved, move yourself away from the situation, speak your truth, okay? Stand up for yourself, do what's right, okay? And the universe will back you. God, source, universe, the angels, whoever it is that you resonate with on a higher level from the ethereal realms will protect you in this matter, okay? Just move yourself away, okay? You don't have to engage, you don't have to give any explanation as to why. Just move yourself away for your own benefit if you want things to get better for your life. There's some other people out there that I'm speaking to who are working in a car dealership of some kind. I don't know what this has to do, but this car dealership also involves itself with real estate. Again, this company is doing nefarious things, okay? Whoever's involved in working in this situation, again, if you want your life to improve, get out, because again, karma is going to be exposed. These messages are coming through today because it is a warning, okay, for those who are, for both those who are directly involved and indirectly involved. Okay, this is the opportunity to move away from the situation before things come down. Like I said, karma is going to be delivered. The truth wants to come out, and this is what today's video is about. Living in your truth, just kind of like I am. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and revealing this truth. My body is a vessel, communicating from a higher realm to you to help yourself get out of the situation. They want you to know that you got backing. You have to ask for help, though, because according to universal spiritual law, if you don't ask for help and assistance or protection, you can't get it. Now, if you made a mistake, it's cool. If you involved yourself with these people, things happen. We go to jobs that we're not aware of, or we involve ourselves with people that we're not aware of who they actually are. This is for you people to get out of this situation while you still can, okay? Because when the shit comes and hits the fan, because like I said, whatever it is that they're doing is going to get exposed, okay? Especially this family that thinks it's like that television show. That's how they see themselves. I'm just getting this very, very clannish family where they're all up in each other's business. They're very what I would call emotionally incestuous family. Okay, they just all up each other's ass day and night, night and day. It's just a very unhealthy situation. It's very dangerous. It's very dark. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but whatever they're doing, it's not cool. It's not good. And so this is for you to just excuse yourself from the situation and get out while you can. Because what's going to happen, unfortunately, with these individuals who are running the show, when the shit does hit the fan, they're going to take you with them. Okay. Now, if you don't want to go with them, I suggest that you start making some moves for your own benefit. But again, that's your choice. You do what you want to do. Everyone's a grown up. You know what you have to do. This, again, is just advice. I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to live your life. I'm just here to pass along the message. So if this resonates with you, you'll know who you are. Okay. So again, for the rest of those out there that are needing to live their own authentic self, there are some of you, like I said, that are dimming yourselves for family members. Okay, you're trying to seek a new path in life. You're trying to find a new direction. You're trying to, better yourself. And yet you are surrounded by family and friends, unfortunately, that are dragging you down. They're keeping you stagnant. They're keeping you stuck. Okay, you don't need to be in this situation. Okay, it's killing you. It's hurting you. Okay, it's physically causing you problems with your sleep, with your digestion. I'm getting someone that's having headaches, anxiety. This is where most of it is stemming from. Now, if this is something that's prolonged, I'm not a doctor. I do suggest that you go out there and get checked, but most likely this is what's going on. A lot of times we don't realize our physical environments can cause our ailments, okay? A lot of times, especially when we're holding ourselves back, especially when we're holding ourselves back from being our authentic self, or we're remaining quiet in a situation that we know is unhealthy, or there's some kind of nefarious activity going on and we're not speaking on it, okay? I'm getting someone else right now is you're witnessing animal abuse of some kind. Again, I don't know who this is for, but there's either a neighbor or a friend who's mistreating their animal. Again, you know this is going on. It's it you can report this. You don't even have to let your friend know. These things can be done anonymously, but be a voice for the voiceless. If you see something that's going on with animals, another person is seeing something with elder abuse. I'm getting again get to the authorities about it. Get some assistance because there are people out there who need a voice, who need someone to speak for them. And again, that's living in your truth, living authentically. It's so important because there's so many people in today's world that are just not living authentically. The world we're in the world of the inside out, where lies have become appropriate. It's disgusting. Or where we praise things that we shouldn't. For example, there was a I'm not going to mention the exact product's name, but I noticed they changed it because I did call up the company and complain. But there was a company out there who uses it's some type of like arthritis cream. Anyway, they use supposedly they use military individuals, soldiers, ex-military, whatever you want to call them, veterans. That's the correct word. Excuse me. Okay, and underneath, as this veteran is talking about how this product helped with his pain and whatnot, underneath I noticed that it said, the veteran's name and that there was that he had so many, 6,000 kills or something. I mean, to me, I found that disgusting. First of all, what did that have to do with anything? Now, no disrespect towards the military because there are many good military individuals out there, and you know what, we need to respect them for giving their service. However, I don't understand, the world that we're living in where it becomes appropriate to praise somebody or, tallying up the number of kills that they had like this is something appropriate or to be, celebrated. I mean, there's something wrong with that. Okay. And this is why most of us are not living in our truth because we won't speak up. When I saw that on the commercial, I immediately called up and I complained to the company. I said, "What is this bullshit? Okay, that you under a veteran's name you put how many people he killed like it's some kind of badge of honor. There's something wrong with that." But again, I don't know how many other people picked up the phone and complained like I did who happened to notice that. You know, maybe there were more people than myself because I did notice I seen the commercial recently that that's gone. But the whole point is I spoke my truth, okay, which is something that you need to do because I need to sleep at night. Okay, I don't need my blood pressure to go up because I'm not speaking my truth. If I see an injustice, regardless of what the consequence might be personally, it doesn't matter at that point. Your integrity matters more than anything, and that's what's lacking in this world. Integrity. You know, I lost a job for speaking my truth, and I don't care. I do it all over again because when I see an injustice being done, I report it to the proper authority because I have to sleep at night. I have to live with myself. Okay, and I'm not going to lower my vibration for anyone else. All right, so we're going to leave the message at that. I am going to read off some names. Now, these names might resonate with you. I also have some dates, so they might resonate with you. They might be your name or individuals you're involved with, and that'll further validate that this message is for you. And just give me a second. I need my glasses. Okay. Names: Thomasina, Richard, Margaret, Carol, Tamika, Suzanne, Fernando, Alex, James, uh, Ronia, Angelique, Maria, Jordan, Michael, and Victor. Okay, for dates, I'm getting January 15th, August 8th, February 19th. Okay. I hope this message helped and it reaches the individuals it needs to reach to. I want to thank everyone again for stopping by. If you give a like to one of the videos, I appreciate that. Any like, anything you could do that could help the algorithm is greatly appreciated because that helps these messages get to who they need to get to. You know, because there's other people that might need to receive it. Like I said, I don't ask for any likes or or um, or shares because I feel that that's an individual choice, and I don't want to force anyone to do anything. But it's not, again, for me. I don't need the validation. It's just so it helps these videos reach those who might need to hear them. All right, with that being said, we're going to leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.